I've recently received a lot of questions regarding the difference between the law of attraction and the law of assumption. If you've followed my work for any length of time, you know that I've consistently spoken for years about how our beliefs create our reality. That's what this channel has always been about. Our beliefs create our reality. And for simplicity, that's always been termed the law of attraction, and it still stands true. Here's the difference between the law of attraction and the law of assumption. What you assume to be true about yourself, your life, and the world around you is what you get to experience. That's the law of assumption. The law of attraction is the law that reflects or boomerangs these things back to you based on your assumptions. And although you're attracting these things as your experience, they're actually not separate from you. Much of it has to do with your belief systems and your subconscious mind, but basically you choose these experiences through the dominant story that you tell yourself that's been created and formed throughout your lifetime based on your belief systems. In fact, the law of assumption and the law of attraction are not separate either, unless you believe that the law of attraction is magnetizing things back to you from an outer source. The entire source of the experience is, in fact, you. We assume and then we manifest. In the teachings of Neville Goddard, which you'll also find on this channel, he lectures in depth about the fact that nothing exists outside of your own consciousness. Your entire experience of the world is merely a projection of your internal consciousness. If you want to experience something different, it's only the self that needs to be changed. In whatever way you desire the so-called outer world to treat you is how you must think, feel, and treat yourself. You experience others and the world through the filters of your beliefs. If you believe that you don't get what you want, that's what you experience. And if you believe that you do get what you want, then that will be your experience. To change what you attract and manifest as your experience, you detach yourself from the current concept that you hold of yourself, or what I refer to as the self-image, and the parts of that concept that do not experience or possess what you desire. Then you attach yourself to a story or an image of yourself who does have what you desire. The repetition of this will cause you to become the version of you who gets to experience the desired state. What you experience now is a reflection of all of the assumptions and beliefs that you have about life. And any new thoughts that build into assumptions and beliefs will begin to reflect back as an experience that aligns with those. And as you persist with these new thought patterns, you reprogram your subconscious mind with new beliefs. From there, you embody a state that becomes natural, automatic, and effortless. And that state lines up with the new reality. The key to changing your experience is to change your beliefs and therefore your assumptions about you and life. What you see as your reflection, your outer experience, can offer tremendous benefit when it comes to this process. If you experience something that you don't prefer, you can use the information that you get from that experience to discover what beliefs and assumptions you hold that cause that experience to show up for you. From there, you can begin to revise that story that you tell yourself about this experience and repeat it over and over again until you begin to naturally think of it as truth. Here's an example. Let's say you want to manifest some extra money. The so-called outer world may be reflecting a bank account that does not have that money in it. This may cause some frustration or worry. Frustration and worry occur when we don't hold a belief that we're powerful enough to create the things that we desire. So the first belief to begin changing is the belief of powerlessness, with a new story that tells of the power that we hold, even if it feels untrue initially. In this instance, you would begin to tell yourself things such as, I am powerful, I can create the things that I desire, and even add a few evidence statements to back this up, so your mind begins to accept this as so a little bit easier. For example, I've seen others create money, so I know that I can too. Or I've created many dollars in my experience before, so I already know that I know how to do this. If we don't believe that we're powerful enough to create these things that we desire, we will also have other beliefs that relate to that, such as, I'm not worthy enough, or I feel less than. You only have to listen to the story that you tell yourself about money, or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, to discover what these things are and then reverse them. And each time you find yourself mentally rehearsing the old story, you stop that in its tracks and begin affirming the new one that's the opposite of that. This begins the process of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard discusses in his teachings. You receive it internally first, and the outer world must reflect that back to you because you are the embodiment of that, living your life as if you have already achieved your goal. Neville spoke often of getting rid of the old man. The old man is the old story. Often it's the story of being rejected where our desires are concerned. When we discard the old rejected version of ourselves and create a new version and a new story that validates that we are accepted in all ways, and allow that version to become dominant, the old reality begins to fade away, and new manifestations that confirm the assumptions begin to show up effortlessly. We are designed in such a way that we always automatically look for evidence that validates our beliefs as true and filter out anything that doesn't align with those beliefs. What we believe is what we receive. This incorporates both the law of assumption and the law of attraction. The law of assumption is the act of installing new beliefs and assumptions into the subconscious mind. Because our subconscious mind controls the large majority of our automatic actions, states of beings, and perceptions, new beliefs automate new actions, emotions, and perceptions, and therefore new manifested outcomes that are the direct result of those. By convincing your subconscious mind that you already have your desire, your body will go on autopilot to create this desire in your physical reality. When you believe your new story is absolute truth, this is when you will know that your manifestation has to show up for you because you already feel as if it's yours. With practice and consistency of your new story, new evidence will begin appearing in the experience. This often shows up in small ways at first. Going back to the money manifestation example, you might find $1 on the ground or see some money symbols show up wherever you go. Once you see these things, affirming the new story gains an element of excitement because you know that you're the one doing the work to make it happen. The law of attraction is reflecting back to you your new assumptions. Then you can affirm your proof to build upon your new assumptions. Whether you use the term law of assumption or law of attraction, the principle is the same. Everything we manifest is a projection of our consciousness. We attract what we assume is ours. We each create, attract, and manifest our own unique journeys based on how we assume and the beliefs that we hold. When we shift our internal state by making our imagination the only truth that we accept, we change the experiences that we have. And because we always get what we focus on, why not focus on the version of you who experiences everything you want while denying anything in your outer reality that's telling you something different? Let go of the old man and create a new one. Create enough faith within you that you assume what you desire is yours now, and it will be.